What's up, guys? lowlifespider and MillerGirl15 here.
Hi, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It is January 2017, and we are here to show you the free games that you can get with PlayStation Plus.
Not a bunch of adventure, not a lot of action.
Yeah, it's not a lot of action games. There's quite a bit of a diverse.
Chill.
Yeah, it's kind of
chill.
It's free games and chill month. Anyway, first up is Asken 2, and it is available on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. It is a puzzle game, kind of like Bejeweled or something like that.
Match the shapes and colors.
Yeah, you match the shapes. Like here I'm matching T-Rex heads. Each chapter has you trying to complete a puzzle as fast as you can in order to find parts that will help you on your quest. For example, you can find binoculars or dynamite. They'll become little objects on the board that you can use to help yourself.
It's like one of those games you go on Yahoo to go play.
Yeah, except normally those don't have like a story to them. This one actually does. You're sailing from Liverpool, England to New York when all of a sudden your ship is pulled to the bottom of the ocean by a massive mailstrom. You know what it is, right?
No, I don't.
The whirlpool, like when you empty the tub, it's like that. It goes down.
Like a tornado in the water?
Yeah, a maelstrom. When you wake up, you are in a place that no one has ever seen before, and it now is your goal to get back to the surface.
But you've discovered an unknown world.
Yeah, and there's bugs that crawl over your screen now because of that.
You can be a millionaire because you discovered this unknown world.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, as you progress through the levels, you can unlock power-ups such as a spyglass that when you match them, it takes a couple random pieces off of the board, or a compass that lets you create chains between two different tiles so you can like do shells and skeletons and stuff like that.
Pretty basic matchmaking.
Up next, we have Blaze Rush, and it is available on the PlayStation 3.
This is the biggest thrill game you'll get.
It's an arcade racing game. It has a top-down facing camera. And it's kind of like Mario Kart in a way where you can pick up weapons and boosts. When you pick up an item, your vehicle basically turns into that item. So, like, when I pick up a boost, it has gigantic exhaust pipes hanging out the back.
Those purple things?
Yeah. And if you pick up a machine gun, there's a giant chain gun just out the front of your car.
What do you gotta do to turn it into the meat grinder?
You don't turn into the meat grinder. That's actually one of the game modes. That's survival, where you have to be the last vehicle standing, and you're constantly being chased by the giant steamroller type vehicle. If it runs you over or you get knocked off the level by one of your enemies, you die and you're out of that round, and then the round restarts, and then it's like the first person to 15 points wins that game type. And then there's a couple different game types like King of the Hill, the person that's in the lead the longest wins, time trial, and a normal 3-lap race. Up next is the Swindle, and it is available on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita.
Didn't we have a game like this last month?
Yeah, you're talking about Invisible Ink. It was like you're a spy trying to break into mega corporations. There we go.
Point is repetitive.
That's the one. In this one, you're a burglar, though. It's a roguelike game, so you take control of your burglar. You complete heists by collecting loot and evading the robot police because it's set in like a steampunk world. You have 100 days to steal Scotland Yard's new artificial intelligence, the Devil's Basilisk. It's like a surveillance system that's like over the whole town, and it means basically you won't be able to steal anything.
I feel like I know what a basilisk is. Is it like
it's
a
a
flying
snake.
thing?
It's a snake.
No, it's a snake.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's like Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's the basilisk.
That's why it sounded familiar.
If your character gets caught or dies, you'll lose all money that you've collected in the level, and your character will then be replaced by a new character. But any of the upgrades that you've managed to purchase during your heists will be available to that new character. So it's kind of like Rogue Legacy, that night game, where if you die, your next of kin goes in, and
this is the next of the League.
Yeah, it's
the League will replace
the League of Burglars.
The Resistance.
Up next is This War of Mine, The Little Ones, and it is available on the PlayStation 4.
It's a side-scroller survivor game.
It is. It's a survival strategy game where you take control of a group of people during a time of war. So the war's broken out, destroyed thousands of homes, and now you're left in this decrepit building, and you need to survive.
You have to decide what steps you'll take to survive.
Yes.
Will you steal from old people? You just might.
You might, because that actually happens. Each character has some skills that will help them survive, such as being a fast runner, being a good cook, or being able to bargain with other characters. Eventually, like, someone will come to your house and be like, hey, you want to trade?
It's called hustling.
Yeah, well, bartering.
Hustle.
During the daytime, you'll need to fortify your house with things like furnaces, workbenches, beds, or a stove. And then once it turns to nighttime, you'll actually have to send one character out to scavenge for supplies, and the other two you can choose to have sleep or guard the house. If you have them guard the house, obviously it'll be less likely that someone will break in and take your stuff, but the next day they're going to be more tired. If you have them sleep, it's more likely that you're going to get broken into and have your stuff taken.
You send out the yellow shirt.
The yellow shirt.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Star Trek's the red shirt.
You send
You
out
sound
the
out
red,
the red shirt. You send out the red shirts and they get killed. Anyway.
You stole my joke.
Sorry, it's a bad joke. This game actually comes with the DLC, the little ones, where you can have a child in your group as well. The child adds an extra degree of difficulty, as they cannot fend for themselves or like help out with main things at first, but later on down the road they will be able to.
They crawl in them small holes.
Yeah, they might be able to. I never actually played any of the DLC. You might be able to like have them crawl in small holes and get some weapons or something like that.
Hide.
And up next we have Titan Souls, and it is available on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita.
Adam and Joel actually did a how-to with this 2 years ago.
And they talked about Carrie Fisher. We're not going to say that they killed her. You know how that goes with Achievement Hunter videos and stuff like that. They say a name, celebrity dies.
It didn't happen.
Okay.
It was 2 years ago. It doesn't count.
Moment of silence for Carrie Fisher.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, Titan Souls is a boss rush game, meaning that there are no other enemies other than bosses. So there's no little like creatures that you have to kill in between boss fights. It's just you go into a room, there's a boss, you have to figure out how to kill it.
It's tricky.
There are 19 of them, in fact, and the game was actually created as a game jam game, meaning like it was created in 24 hours, and then eventually it was flushed out into a full game that you can actually play on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita now.
Game Jam is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do if you've never done one and you want to get into games, figure out where you can do one. It's a lot of fun. The player actually only has one arrow, and when you fire your arrow, you have to pick it up because you don't have any more arrows. So you either pick it up by running over it and just picking it up normally, or you can hold the button that you use to fire the arrow, and you'll suck it back up.
Boomerang.
You'll be like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy, where he whistles and his arrow goes all over the place.
Yeah, I can't even whistle that well.
You can only take one hit, so if you get hit, you're dead instantly. You will respawn, and you can go back and take on whatever boss you were going to fight. And just like you, they actually can only take one hit. It's just that they have a sweet spot. So, like, the box eye has his eye that you have to hit. The slimes have a heart.
You have to break it out.
Yeah, you have to break out the slimes.
You have to hit the monkey in the butt cheeks.
The Yeti, you have to, like, have him turn around, and then you have to shoot him in the butt cheeks. And once you kill them, you suck their souls. So that's where the soul part comes into.
You know, that Yeti kind of reminds me of Peggle. When there's like a stage where you play with the Yeti and it's a girl, and you can have this one part where
she shakes her butt cheeks and it's all censored out.
Open.
And last but not least, we have Day of the Tentacle remastered for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita.
Yet another game done by Double Fine.
Well, I mean, it wasn't originally done by Double Fine.
It.
Tim Schafer, the head of Double Fine, did make it way back in
but
the
not
early
as Double
90s.
Fine.
And Double Fine, his company, has since then remastered it. It came out originally in 1993, and it's actually the sequel to the 1987 game Maniac Mansion, which you can actually find a computer in the game and play the entirety of Maniac Mansion as well, which is really neat because I never played that one. You play as three friends, Bernard, Laverne, and Hoagie.
Three unlikely friends.
Very unlikely friends. Like, Bernard's a computer geek scientist type character.
He's got the pocket protector and the suspenders, and his pants are over his abdomen.
Laverne's like a deranged nursing student, and then Hoagie's like he's like
Ben Stein but fat.
No, he's not.
He sounds like Ben Stein.
He may sound like Ben Stein. He's actually like what's his name from Brutal Legend? Eddie. He's like he's a stagehand.
If Eddie was stupid and fat.
Yes, very true. Anyways, Bernard sets 2 tentacles free, purple and green. That's their names. Purple Tentacle is evil and wants to conquer the world, and now it is up to you and your friends to defeat the Purple Tentacle by traveling through time in Dr. Fred's Chronojohns. Yes, those are porta potties that are time-traveling porta potties.
How else do you travel back in time if not on the toilet?
I suppose.
The most comfortable seat in the house.
You were supposed to travel back in time by 1 day, so you're supposed to go to yesterday and stop him from trying to take over the world. But Hoagie ends up getting sent back in 200 years into the past, and Laverne gets sent 200 years into the future.
Medieval times.
And Bernard actually ends up staying in the present day, and you can switch back and forth between the 3 of them eventually. But in order to like share items, you have to send items through the Chronojohn, so you flush them down the toilet.
Yep.
And you can actually revert back to the way the game actually looked back in 93.
Which is this view.
Yes. Anyways, those are the games that you can get for free with PlayStation Plus membership this month. Kind of
It's very chill. They're trying to calm you down after that New Year's high.
Yeah.
Whether you remember it or you don't want to remember it.
Yeah, we don't want to remember 2016, and hopefully 2017 will be better. So there are your 6 free games. We hope you enjoy them, and as always, see you next month.
Bye.